We're here live at Lawler Arena. Tonight's matchup will be between the Merrimack College Warriors and the Canisius Golden Griffins. Live from Lawler Arena, tonight's matchup will be between the Merrimack College Warriors and the Canisius Golden Griffins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me to say the thing. And I'm Joey Matroni. We've got a great show for you in the lead up to the second to last home game for the Warriors. That was better? Okay.
All right, 2 minutes.
Oh.
All right, we got it. All should go according to plan.
We've got a great.
All right, 1 minute till we go live.
All right, here we go.
Got it. Good evening, Warriors. Welcome to MCTV's newest pregame show. We're here live at Lawler Arena. Tonight's matchup will be between the Merrimack College Warriors and the Canisius Golden Griffins. I'm Matt O'Connor.
And I'm Joey Matroni. We've got a great show planned for you here tonight in the lead up to the Warriors' second to last home game of the year. And before we get into our first package of the night, Matt, I thought we'd start with a little bit of background heading into tonight's matchup. The Lady Warriors come in with a record of 16-11, looking to avenge their most recent loss to the Manhattan Jaspers their last time out. They lost that one 82-67, but we know how good this team can be when they're on their game, and I expect them to bounce back heading into tonight.
Absolutely, Joey. This team has definitely shown that you can never count them out. They are the masters of comebacks in that regard, and we've got all of the info for this game that you can ever ask for before the game starts at 7. We'll also be taking a look at what MCTV has been up to, as well as some spotlights on our friends over at the Office of Intercultural Initiatives.
Looking at the Lady Warriors team as a whole, they come into this game third in the MAC conference with that record of 16-11 overall, as I said, with a conference record of 13-5. They're exceeding expectations into what most experts thought this team could look like heading into this season. And a lot of that comes down to shooting. They've, as a team, shot over 40% per game, and we'll get into some more specific stats in the likes of Madison Roman and Lydia Melashenko later on tonight. And they've really been the motor to this offense. But as we see as well, their defense can be a huge part of their success as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this year especially, this team has got a really stacked all-star roster. You've got Madison Roman, you've got Lydia Melashenkov. Like, the entire starting five have all been excellent this year, especially just the entire team has been very good this year.
We've got Orelai Kiefer starting at center for them this year. Kiefer's leading the league in blocks in the MAC up to this point. I believe she had 60 blocks on the season. So she's been a pillar of that defensive presence for the Warriors up to this point in the season. And we expect more of that tonight.
Absolutely. I feel like this team especially does a really good job at balancing really good offense with really good defense.
Yeah, I like I like the cliche defense wins championships, and I think good defense a lot of the time can turn into strong offense, especially being able to force turnovers can lead into fast break offense for the Warriors, and they can find their open teammates and get easy shots and get to the open man as much as they can.
Yeah, I feel like with most cases, but especially in basketball, a good defense can lead to a swift and decisive offense in this case.
Yeah, and like you said, they have plenty of different options on offense. We mentioned that Madison Roman, who's averaging a double-double up to this point in the season, and Lydia Milashenko. We'll get into Milashenko's numbers a little bit deeper later on. But Sayla Reddick has also been on fire recently for the Warriors. She's now averaging over 13 points per game recently, and it doesn't have to all come from one player, is I guess what I'm saying. And that leads to a more balanced offense, as you said.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like the stats all around are really solid for the entire team, but especially the players that you've highlighted have been really big standouts this year.
I know we got the chance to catch up with some of the players leading up to this game earlier on this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually going to be getting to that in just a moment. We got a chance to speak directly with some of the players on the team that are going to be on the court tonight.
It'll be great to hear from them, like how they feel going into this game, how the team camaraderie's been all season, and how they feel this season has gone as a whole. But they've already clinched their spot in Atlantic City for the MAC tournament, so they've got much more basketball coming up on the horizon.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see them head to Atlantic City for that. It's been really just the entire campus has been ecstatic. I feel like all of our sports during this season have been shining. We've been really able to see like basketball, hockey, all of the teams that we've been rooting for have been doing very well overall.
Yeah, and looking at the history in Atlantic City for this Merrimack Warriors team, last year head coach Kelly Monroe led them to a semifinal in the MAC tournament a year ago. So they're looking to get over that hump, maybe make it to the final. And if you win that championship, you punch your ticket to March Madness.
And talking about stellar coaches, Kelly Monroe is off the charts. She is she's always got her head in the game. She's one of the most dedicated people I've ever seen on this campus. She really knows how to make that team work, make that dream work.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that how dedicated she is reciprocated within the players and how hard they play on a day-to-day basis, whether it be practicing, and how hard they're willing to play and do everything that's needed for a Warrior win night in and night out.
Yeah, I think with this matchup in particular, what are we expecting to see tonight?
Like I said, the Warriors are looking to get back on track. They took a loss last time out against Manhattan, as I said, but their offense really wasn't themselves. They shot 3 of 22 from beyond the arc last time out, and that's not really what we're used to the Warriors looking like. We have Lydia Milashenko, who now leads the Merrimack Warriors the women's basketball team as a whole in single-season three-pointers made. She broke that record in their home game against Ryder a little bit ago, and she now leads the conference with 83 made threes, and she struggled in that game against Manhattan, so I expect her and the overall shooting of this Merrimack team to bounce back. And looking at Canisius, they're coming off an overtime win over Mount St. Mary's, so they've got some momentum, but that's only their third win in conference all season. They have a record of 3-15 and a 5-22 record overall, so not a strong season for them, but especially going later on in this season, they're going to have every bit of motivation to end the season on a high note.
Yeah, I'm confident in our Warriors. That Mount St. Mary's game in particular was electric. Everybody was on the edge of their seat the entire time, but as we know, our Warriors are able to pull through in even the most dire of circumstances.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they want to get as much momentum as they can heading into this tournament. Looking at the men's side, they're on a little bit of a win streak, so the Lady Warriors looking to do the same type of thing, get some momentum, maybe get a few wins in a row here in this last stretch against Canisius and Niagara heading into the tournament.
And it would be great to keep that momentum going when they head to Atlantic City.
Absolutely.
I think especially with this team, you've seen a lot of growth, you've seen a lot of athletic growth, you've seen a lot of personal growth, and that growth has been seen all throughout the season.
Yeah, and I think these atmospheres at these recent games here in Lawler have been some of the best I've seen. We expect more of the same tonight.
Yeah, especially since we're really getting down on the wire here. These are our last couple of home games for basketball. We had our last game for men's basketball this Sunday. That was crazy. And we're going to be having our last home men's hockey games this weekend as well.
Yeah, there's a lot to be proud of if you're a Warrior fan here in terms of athletics recently.
Yes, like the chances of Merrimack men's basketball going to March Madness are very high. The women's team's going to Atlantic City. Men's hockey team's doing very well. Women's hockey team's doing well. It's very, very exciting right now to be a Warrior.
Yeah, zooming back in on the women's team a little bit, they currently sit as the 3 seed in the MAC, so they'll have a first-round matchup in the MAC tournament coming up, and as I said, they'll have that same opportunity to get to March Madness with a MAC tournament championship at the beginning of March.
Yeah, I am just ecstatic to see where all of these teams go. I'm very happy that we've gotten to where we are now, and I'm confident that the Warriors are going to be able to go very far in all of these sports.
Yeah, and I'm excited as us as MCTV has been able to bring you guys this coverage. And soon you'll get kind of an inside look at how the preparation and camaraderie has been for this Merrimack women's basketball team.
Yes, and as we're live on MCTV, this is your one-stop shop for all things Merrimack sports. We will be covering everything live on ESPN. All of your home game sports will be covered directly through us and ESPN, so be on the lookout for that.
As we teased a little bit earlier, we'll now take a look at some of the pregame interviews that our MCTV president, Andrew Domi, had with the women's basketball team leading up to this game against Canisius.
Absolutely. Why don't we hand things over to Andrew Domi right now to meet up with the Merrimack Warriors women's basketball team. Take it away, Andrew.
I'm here with
Madison Roman, Kylie Fears, Danae Skelton, Kristen Kelly, or Paloma Garcia.
All right, Madison, tell me, what's one thing your team does better than anyone else in the MAC?
Basketball-wise, I'd say probably hustle. I think we hustle a lot. In general, I think we have better dancing skills. We bring the energy, dancing. Energy.
Definitely a dance battle.
I would say play together, and we're energetic.
I would say we play with a lot of hustle and a lot of heart, and we have a lot of chemistry.
Now, what's the vibe in the locker room right now?
Focused, fun, hype, energetic, just staying hungry.
You're not nervous?
No.
We are ready to go. Just pure excitement and just lots of joy and lots of fun with each other.
No nerves?
No, just pure excitement and confidence.
A lot of focus and a lot of fun.
No nerves?
No, focus and fun.
We're all just really excited for the MAC tournament. Can't wait.
I say we all have a focused mindset to finish off the last 2-game stretch here at home and then go to the tournament and show everybody what we're made of.
I would say focus, fun. I would say we are locked in right now, but we're also having fun in the process. We're playing really good. So we just got to keep that mindset.
Awesome. No nerves?
No. I mean, again, we're just playing fun. We're having fun out there, yeah.
That's good. Some say you have defied the odds this year. Would you agree with that?
I think we defied the odds that people set for us, but not for our own. Does that make sense?
Yes, for sure. We secured the 3rd seed in the tournament, and as an underdog, we're ready to go.
Definitely not. We all knew who we were from the second we stepped on the court in July. I would. They picked us to be last, I think, in the MAC, and I think we proved everybody wrong by getting the 3rd seed.
For sure. I mean, we were picked, 8 in the preseason, and we've secured the third seed, which is something we have second year in the MAC. Like that's just beating the odds by that. That's it.
Most importantly, what's your walkout song?
Personally, on a good day, I'm going maybe like Gasolina. We played it today, and I was feeling that. So,
What's your walkout song?
Me Out Part 2 by Annalie Choppa. I don't want to.
All right.
Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's a good one. That's a
Bottom of the Map by Jeezy.
it's a good song. Thank you.
Thank you.
Walkout song Café con Ron by Bad Bunny. Yeah.
Thank you.
Matt, it's always great to hear from our Warrior.
Absolutely. Getting to be a part of MCTV gives us the opportunity to do stuff like this, to get involved with Merrimack Athletics and get the chance to talk to members of all of our various sports teams.
Yeah, it also gives us the opportunity to know our athletes, not only as athletes, but how they are off the court as well. And now that we've gotten a chance to see how some of the Lady Warriors are feeling heading into this game, I thought we'd take the opportunity to dive into some of the numbers so far for this Warriors team. Looking at Madison Roman, who I mentioned earlier, she comes into tonight's game leading the league in total rebounding with 287 rebounds as part of her averaging a double-double as well. She's got just over 12 points to go along with 10 rebounds per game. Looking at some of her previous games, she had 9 rebounds and a come-from-behind victory over Sacred Heart on Thursday. She totaled a career-high 6 steals in the full 40 minutes of play as well. And talking about averaging that double-double, she had a double-double with 12 points and 11 rebounds in the win over Siena last weekend. And now looking at a game she recently played against Marist, she exploded for 23 points to lead the Warriors to an overtime victory over Marist. And as I said, she's averaging 12.8 points per game and 10.6 rebounds as we head to the end of the season.
Yeah, Madison Roman has definitely had some crazy plays throughout the season. She's definitely been a standout player for this season in particular.
She's also the leading scorer overall for this Warriors team as well. She's got 345 total points on the season, with Lydia Melashenko not too far behind at 321. And as we've talked about, we can only expect more from Melashenko after her struggles in the loss against Manhattan this past weekend, or this last game, I should say. But let's look also on the defensive side as well. Paloma Garcia, the starting point guard for this Warriors team, leads the MAC in steals per game at 2.4 and is third in the league in overall steals with 63.
Paloma's also had some really impressive score opportunities throughout the entire season. She's definitely one of the fan favorites from the Warriors.
Yeah, she plays, obviously the point guard role on this Warrior team is very, very important, distributing the ball to the scorers like Roman and Melashenko, but she can also contribute on the scoring end as well, like you said. But those steals, which are obviously very important on the defensive end, go back to that idea of turning defense into offense that we talked about earlier.
Paloma Garcia and Madison Roman have definitely shown a lot of standout moments. In terms of the rest of the starting five, how has Orlai Kiefer been performing this season?
Yeah, Kiefer, again, another big part of that defensive presence for the Warriors. She's leading the league in blocks up to this point in the year with 60. She plays the center role for this Warrior team, so she'll spend a lot of time in the paint. When the defense are going up, she'll be the one to kind of go after that on defense, but she can also work on the outside as well.
Yeah, absolutely. This starting five in particular has had some really solid moments. You've had Roman, Melashenko, you've had Shayla Reddick. How has Shayla Reddick been this season?
She's really turned it on as of recently. I think I mentioned she's now up to 13 points on the season, averaging 13 points on the season. But again, just any extra scoring that you can get outside of that core of Melashenko and Roman, with Reddick also playing that guard forward type role, she can kind of be at the side of Paloma Garcia on the floor in the backcourt for this Warrior team. And if she can stay hot, it's going to be great for the Warriors heading into the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. The starting five has definitely shown a lot of promise throughout the season. Joey, if you had to pick, who would you classify as the underdog or the unsung hero of this season?
I would say, looking at that team, I think the defense is so important. So we mentioned the scoring of Melashenko and Roman, but I'm going to, again, mention just how important it is to have someone like Paloma Garcia be that important on the defensive end and be able to turn that offense, turn defense into offense, but also be able to score when she needs to. She can get to the rim, get to the free throw line, and get free throws when the Warriors' offense might be struggling. And I think having someone that can handle the ball up and down the court every time is very important.
Yeah, I think that is a really good pick for the unsung hero for the season. And things are starting to ramp up as the game gets closer and closer. And this game is special in particular as this game is honoring 100 years of Black History Month. And speaking of, it's time to check in with the Black Student Association. At the beginning of the month, BSA hosted their kickoff event. Students rep their African American, African, and Caribbean heritage and attended an affinity panel discussing excellence. Check it out.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrew from MCTV. I'm here at BSA's Rep Your Flag event. It's a great way to start Black History Month. Let's interview some BSA members to see what's going on. I'm here with
Gabby,
Badruddin Said,
Francesco Saldana,
Deborah, the president of BSA.
Michael Brown.
Now, can you tell me what is BSA?
BSA is the Black Student Association, and we try to bring Black culture and Black awareness on all dysporias here in Merrimack.
Now, can you describe the Rep Your Flag and panel event?
I feel like it's very important to recognize everyone who takes part in Black history, and I feel like it's important for the whole community of the school to just come and be able to hear those different perspectives. We should all be able to love where we come from and just be honored to be able to rep your flag.
I think the biggest thing about Rep Your Flag and panel event is to show how much Black culture is so expandable. I think when we think of like Black culture, we might just think African American culture, but even African American culture, we can even expand that to African and Caribbean culture. Rep Your Flag is just to make sure everybody knows that whether you're Caribbean, you're African, you're African American, you have a flag and you have something to represent.
And what culture are you repping today?
I am Dominican and Black.
I'm representing Morocco.
representing Dominican Republic.
I'm repping the Dominican Republic.
Tonight I'm repping Ivory Coast and Burundi. I'm wearing my Burundian little bracelet.
So what does representing that mean to you?
Just being the best version of myself, trying to succeed, set a positive example.
I genuinely think I'm one of maybe 3 Moroccans on this campus. So being able to represent my flag to a school that doesn't have a lot of people from where I'm from means a lot to me. I'm showing them that there's more like diversity and stuff.
I feel like it's just a chance to show who I am, because being Dominican is a big part of who I am, so yeah.
If your culture had to have a theme song, what would you choose?
Help Out Your Feelings by Shmino.
I can answer for you.
He's an honorary Dominican.
I am an honorary Dominican. I am an honorary Dominican. For the Dominicans, I'd say Medicina de Amor would be their
I like that.
For us Moroccans, led by Distinct.
Any type of bachata or merengue can definitely fit into that.
Premier Gaou, which is one of the most known Ivorian songs.
I'm here with.
Andrew Dami.
And what flag are you representing here today?
As of a few seconds ago, the Irish flag.
So if your country were to have one theme song, what song would that be?
It's a tight race between shipping off to Boston, but I have to go with Rattling Bog.
Woo! That is a good song. Never heard of it. Sounds like a good song. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time.
BSA's got some great stuff planned for the rest of the semester, so be on the lookout for more. Okay, and the women's games that have been happening recently. The energy from the crowd has been unmatched.
Yeah, and I think hearing it from Coach Joe Gallo and head coach Kelly Monroe as well, they give a lot of credit to how athletic director Joe Foley has handled the athletic events since he's made his way over to Merrimack. A lot of it is trying to get as much student participation as we can, so it's obviously great when we get to do pregame shows and broadcasts and stuff like this as MCTV, but we're also trying to get students here as fans as much as we can. So we've had plenty of giveaways before the games, giveaways during the games, and things of that nature, just to get students locked in on the Warrior athletics.
Yeah, Joe Foley he's turned these games into not just sports games, but just events that the entire campus and beyond that can enjoy. Like, people come from all over campus, people come from outside of campus. Like, the basketball games in particular have been crazy with the giveaways and especially the halftime shows. We've gotten some pretty crazy halftime shows. We had Red Panda not that long ago. We had the Air Elite Dunkers. Christian and Scooby were here not that long ago. Some definite highlights.
Yeah, I would say that a way I like to describe that is we're turning the games into more than just games. They're becoming very much like experiences, and how the students remain very involved. From the majority of the games, we have the student section with the bleachers down on floor level, so they're very close to the action. And then they have reason to come to the games with the giveaways and just being able to interact with the players. We've had tunnels formed by the cheerleaders and dance team to lead out all the players before games. And the way I see it, students feel more involved in athletics than they ever have before.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because another thing I want to highlight is how much dedication and effort the dance, cheer, and band have all put in throughout this entire season. They have been putting on show-stopping performances all throughout the year and last year as well.
Absolutely. They're another big part of the game day experience. Outside of the halftime shows, we'll get them during media timeouts, and they put on flawless performances almost every time. Like you said, Matt.
Yeah, the dance team in particular, they've done very well, and they've gone very far from what I've heard.
It's great to see all that effort that they put in turn into performances on the court and in front of the fans.
Yeah, and it's great because the dance team, cheer, and band, their performances have become an iconic part of the Merrimack basketball and just the Merrimack sports experience.
I would also like to mention the dance team does clinics throughout the season, so they get a lot of they get a lot of participation from the younger generation of Warrior fans, and I think the more involved that the younger generation of Warrior fans can give, the more that families and fans will be able to come to games and enjoy Warrior athletics as a family.
Yeah, it's great to see just the continued support and the continued involvement for these teams, because they've really been doing something special. The performances that they're putting on continue to be more and more impressive and more entertaining each time, and I think the amount of effort they put in definitely should not go unnoticed, and that's why I think that they should be highlighted.
Yeah, and it's really a shame that the season's almost over. I want to see more of what these game day experiences are going to be like. But with how we've improved throughout this season and how the end of this season is set up to go, I cannot wait until we get a full season of these type of game day experiences.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like, these teams in particular have really shown that Warrior spirit, that Warrior pride, and I'm really excited to see what they can do during the next season. this, as we've seen and as we've talked about, this team has really been able to bring the heat throughout their season. And speaking of the heat, MCTV recently did their very own version of the sensational internet show Hot Ones to celebrate the accomplishments of their graduating seniors. Check this out.
I'm Ellie Holmes. I'm here with Merrimack College TV, and this is our version of Hot Ones. I have Bill Steinberg, Kyle McDonald, and Wayne Drucker, and we're ready to eat some wings. I say we just dip it in.
Give it a dip?
Okay, give it a dip.
I'm with that. Let's take a dip.
No double dipping, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
How we feeling?
Okay.
Any spice at all?
A little bit, but
Like,
I'm doing okay.
Very first impression of Merrimack, and what made you feel like you could see yourself here and that it was really home?
so Merrimack was like the 4th school that I toured like when I was picking colleges and stuff, and as soon as I stepped onto campus talking about like Northwest and Crow and all that, it just like clicked in my head immediately. I was like, oh, this is the place for me.
I really felt that sense of community here too. I think I came here for like an admitted students day and an open house, and everyone was just so nice and welcoming. It was just really welcoming and a place I feel like I could end up at, and I really loved it here.
Coming up on deck, we have the Flight of the Bumblebee.
What does that mean?
Yes. And so this is a sweet with heat buffalo wing made with real honey.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
So bad.
What? You're not feeling the sweetness?
It's not bad.
It's good. Not that spicy.
I say it's bad, you say it's not bad. Well, it's not like that bad. I wouldn't like pick this one, but.
I like this one.
So, what is something that Merrimack or college in general has forced you to get better at?
For me, I'd probably just say like using the resources that are available to me, like taking full advantage of everything around me to be the best version of myself, I guess.
Yeah. What's everybody's major?
Communications.
Communications and psych.
Communications. Lunchtime.
Yeah, this is literally my lunch.
We have hot rod buffalo wings. These are okay. So the description is these wings pack the heat that you expect.
Cheers, everybody. Wet ones. I have no idea what I just ate.
Me neither.
It's kind of a little hot, but it's not that bad yet. You guys feel like seniors? You are seniors.
Absolutely.
You feel like seniors.
Absolutely. I'm like.
No.
What's the most like senior thing you've done?
One night during fall semester, we all bought different colored bobs and sunglasses, and we went to the quad and we just ran around with our bobs on, and nobody knew who we were. Well, the people that weren't our friends. And people were legit asking us to take pictures with them.
What's something you're not ready to give up?
Ooh, meal swipes.
Meal swipes.
Besides Sparkies, where do you guys feel like something different?
I love Monica's. I'll eat everything at Monica's. The new pizza's good.
Who has the best den order though?
Dude, they made my den order from freshman year the number 1 on the menu.
Are you kidding?
Number 1 is just what I used to.
Wow.
But I throw
They should have named it the Bill.
It sounds a little scary. You have double trouble.
Oh god, right down to like the second to last one.
So this sauce is for the advanced wing eater.
We're getting
I think I was a little overconfident.
We're getting somewhere now.
Your time at Merrimack. Is there any moment that you think in 10 years you're going to be talking about? Any highlights?
It was sophomore year, and me and my friends were hanging out, and my buddy passes me a drink. What he didn't tell me was that there was a coin in that drink. So I took a sip of it, and a coin just went like
Oh my god.
straight down, and I was like, oh yeah, I swallowed the coin.
The only description that it has for this one is it just says made with infamous ghost pepper.
Go. This is hard, man. Cheers, lads.
It's over.
It's all over.
Welcome back, Warriors. We're just under a half hour away before the Warriors take on the Golden Griffins.
That's right, Joey. Anticipation through the roof. The anticipation is through the roof here at Lawler Arena. Now, it's been really it's just been amazing to see how much effort our seniors and MCTV have been putting in, and it's going to feel really strange once they graduate, because a lot of the seniors that we have working with us, they've kind of laid the groundwork for what we're doing right now.
Yeah, this year's been really great. We've gotten more opportunities to do stuff like this with Merrimack Athletics, and it feels really good because we've all taken the time to like build the ideas and figure out what we're gonna do, and now to have the opportunity to execute them feels great. But as you said, we're gonna lose part of our crew soon enough, but I know that who we have and what we've learned from all of them, we're going to continue to build on what we've done here at MCTV.
Yeah, and of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Chuck Scott, who is the mastermind behind this whole operation. Through him, we've been able to do some really amazing stuff, get to meet some really amazing people, and just put out a lot of content that we normally wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So he's really helped out this program, and I'm really grateful for the amount of work that he's put into things.
Yeah, we really wouldn't have the opportunity to do all these full productions if it wasn't for Chuck and how much he's gone to bat for us as a part of this program, and letting us get these type of experiences is something that I won't soon forget, and I'm excited to continue to build on this and continue to do more of these live broadcasts. We also recently got the opportunity to do a full radio broadcast as a part of WMCK Merrimack College Radio, which was a fantastic experience, and I hope to continue to build on those as well, and continue to get participation from everyone here at MCTV, and everyone in the...
And beyond that, all of the other comm clubs are doing coverage of our various sports games. The Beacon, Merrimack College's student newspaper, posts consistent articles about each of our games, going over everything you need to know. WMCK, as you mentioned, will do radio broadcasts. Photo Club, we've got photographers here tonight taking pictures of the game, and you'll see photographers all throughout Merrimack College capturing events and games throughout campus.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're getting closer and closer to the start of the game here. I wanted to bring up one more point, if I could, in terms of how this game's going to play out. The Warriors know coming into the game how important taking care of the ball is. They've had some struggles with turnovers this season. They're averaging about 16.7 turnovers per game, which is actually middle of the pack in the conference. But in doing some other number crunching, the Warriors are 9-11 this season when turning the ball over 14 or more times, with also another magic number being the 20 or more turnover number. They will end up 0-3 rather when they turn the ball over 20 or more times. And taking care of that ball is going to be so imperative, because with turnovers, that leads to extra possessions for the opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, anticipation, it's getting up there. And it looks like the team is actually coming out right now to get started practicing. Anticipation's really getting up there. Team's heading out onto the court now. Music's ramping up. Like, things are popping right now. And as you mentioned, there's a lot riding on this game. It's going to be really interesting to see how things go. But I'm confident that our Warriors are going to be able to pull through.
Matt, while the shoot-around gets underway, I think we're going to give our viewers a look into what Bow has been doing recently.
Yes, absolutely. Recently, Chris Breva got the chance to visit Bow as they celebrated Lunar New Year and the Year of the Fire Horse. Let's go check in with him to see what went down.
Hello and good evening. My name is Chris Breva and welcome to MCTV News. On tonight's episode, we are here on Bow's Lunar New Year event. Let's check it out. All right, hello and welcome. And tonight we are joined with
Nate Yaga,
Testa Jesus,
Badruddin Said,
Francesco Saldana.
What is Bow to you?
Yeah, so Bow is something that I started. It came from an idea from orientation. When I came into Merrimack, there was not an Asian affinity group, so I decided to start one of my own. So this is our first official year. We've been here for a year and a half now officially. So we're just trying to grow and kind of get the word around campus. And we're really student-led. We're really based on our students. So whatever our students want, we want to provide for them.
So what do you have in store for us tonight?
So tonight we basically have a bunch of different activities. We have calligraphy, where people can kind of draw some Chinese characters. Then we also have fan painting. And then I think around now the food truck's going to start to open. So we're going to have dumplings, I think noodles and rice, which is going to be really cool. And then we have line dancers that are going to come at around, I think 5:30, which is always the crowd favorite. They're going to kind of take over this whole space, which is going to be great.
So what are you most excited for about tonight?
Oh, the dancers, 100%. They're going to show up here in around 30 minutes. So, I'm very excited for that.
For me, gotta be this. The food.
We haven't tried it yet because we still have the ticket.
Yes, I still
But
have the
the
ticket.
food is great.
Yeah.
I don't know, why aren't you guys here? You're watching it on the screen and you're not here?
Yeah,
You should have came. You should have came.
I can confirm that food is really good. Well, there you have it, folks. My name is Christopher Brieva, and this has been Lunar New Year here, presented by Bow here at Merrimack College. Thank you very much for watching. We hope to see you all soon. And remember, trust us with your news.
Thanks again, Chris, and happy Lunar New Year, everyone. We are just about 20 minutes away from game start time, and things are really ramping up. People are getting to their seats, and excitement is certainly brewing.
Yeah. Matt, in this final few minutes, I thought we could reiterate some of the key factors to this game that we talked about earlier on in the show. The Warriors, again, coming off of a loss against Manhattan, where they really struggled shooting, especially from three. They finished that game shooting only 3 of 22, and Lydia Milashenko, their leading scorer and the record holder for three-pointers in a season as a Merrimack Warrior, only shot 1 of 9 as a whole and 1 of 7 from beyond the arc in that game. So look for Lydia to bounce back and lead this Warrior team on offense as she's done so many times this season, because we know without prolific of a scorer she is, it's very unlikely that she struggles in back-to-back games.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot riding on this game. This team has really put in so much effort, so much energy into this season, and I think we're all hoping and we're all going to cheer on this team, and I think they're going to go really far.
Yeah, they want to build as much momentum as they can heading into this final stretch of the season. Obviously, they have tonight's game against Canisius, and then they'll have one more game this weekend against Niagara to end out the regular season, and they've already clinched their spot in Atlantic City, as we mentioned earlier. So they'll compete for that MAC Conference Tournament victory, and if they win that tournament, that's their ticket into March Madness.
And like we mentioned earlier, just getting to see how far these teams have come, with the women's basketball team going to Atlantic City, men's basketball team winning their regular season. It's a great time to be a Warrior. It's great to see how much has been going on, how much great stuff all of these teams have been putting in.
This women's basketball team's really already exceeded expectations from what they were expected to be at the start of the season. They were expected to be middle of the pack to the bottom half of the league, and they find themselves in third in the conference up to this point in the season. And looking again with these final 2 games, you just want to build as much momentum as you can heading into Atlantic City.
Yeah, and I think beyond that, when we were interviewing the players on this team earlier this afternoon, I felt like especially like these players were able to connect with each other on a personal level. I think this team especially really knows what it's like to be not just a team, but they know what it's like to trust each other, to have confidence in each other, and I think that's what makes them a really great team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this team is very close, as we got to see in the video package earlier with Andrew. They talked about celebrating and how they think they're one of the best in the conference at celebrating. And it just shows you how much they care about success as a team and not necessarily success as individuals. Despite some of the individual success they've had this season, with Roman leading the league in rebounds, Milashenko leading the league in three-point shooting, and Orlai Kiefer leading the league in blocks.
And to me, that's what makes this crew such a really special team. They know how to get each other hyped. They know how to have a good time, and they just know how to just get people hyped, get people excited, get people invested in the sport.
We mentioned that package with Andrew, and I think that's a nice segue into our final segment of the night. We've got a spotlight on our dedicated fan cam operators and in-arena host heading your way next.
Yes, absolutely. So for our last...
Men's basketball just finished their regular season, finishing first in their conference, and Merrimack really brought it this year. So let's take a look at the best things recorded on the fan cam.
One more time. I'm just feeling celebration tonight. Celebrate, don't wait too late. No, you don't stop. You can't stop.
Once again, another big shout out to all of our fan cam operators and our in-arena hosts. They've really brought another layer of talent and another layer of engagement to our Merrimack sports games.
They are all another integral part into what this game day experience has turned into here at Merrimack, and I only expect it to get better as the years go on.
Yeah, linking back to what you talked about earlier, I think Joe Foley has done a really good job at just getting students more involved, like hyping up the experience, getting people more excited. Like we've got the video graphics, we've got in-arena hosts, we've got like just engagement with students. We've got t-shirt tosses, we've got giveaways, and it looks like tonight they're going to be giving away a Roku TV, an Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and an Xbox Series X controller. And they consistently give those out at every single basketball game, and that's just another aspect of what makes these games so fun, is that aspect of being able to receive those prizes for being a Warrior.
Yeah, we also see the Merrimack Pep Band getting set up as we finish up here. They're another big part of the game day experience, and their music has been a great asset to our students, and they're cheering throughout this whole entire season.
Yeah, I think especially like the pep band in particular and the rock band, who's sometimes here as well, there's a lot of talent throughout that bunch, and they really have been able to show off some really impressive numbers throughout all of the games. And the basketball games especially, they've really been able to get people hyped, get people excited.
And it all turns into a great production that I really feel does fit the Division I level here the Division I level athletics here at Merrimack.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, as we wrap up, Joey, have you got any final thoughts you want to share with the audience before we head into tonight's game?
I would expect the Warriors to get back on track here. They're going to have the momentum or the idea that they want to get back on track from the loss against Manhattan earlier on, and they're going to have all the motivation that they need to have a better offensive day. And we know that that defense, led by Paloma Garcia, isn't going to leave them.
Yeah, absolutely. The Warriors have really got some good momentum going, and I think that momentum is going to carry them really far. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's pregame show. Thank you so much for tuning in.
We hope you enjoy the game, everybody.
Live from Lawler Arena, I'm Matt O'Connor.